You know what? I think I changed the password and forgot what it was. I don't know.
Do a little post. Is it ready?
Oh, it's streaming already.
Good afternoon and evening. Good Sunday to you. Soul Star Live. Welcome. Come on in. Tell your friends. Share. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're going live on today. What today is? Some special guests. Some of them they're gonna show up soon. Make sure we get the good angle for the see the guests at least. Or maybe Kazi want to be on right now. He won't be on now. We're gonna have him on the screen. It's gonna be fun. No worries. Post on Insta Slash.
Hey, wait a minute. How do I get this thing to do video?
Some of the most ridiculous stuff in the world I've seen on this Instagram. I mean, it has been some ridiculous things.
There we go. Video. I want video. What is she talking about?
I don't know. I think 25 years.
Is that Aaliyah?
Aaliyah? Dang, I'm old. Man, I ain't gonna get old.
Oh shit. Okay. I don't even know how to use this thing anymore. Shit.
That's all right. Hey, welcome. Soul Star Live every Friday.
Hey, where do you want to sit? Is that good, or should I bend it back? You want to sit down so we can.
Would it be up here? Can we sit up a little bit more?
It's just getting your torso.
Oh, maybe I gotta get down into this chair then. This chair. Oh yeah. I gotta be down here. Is it now? It's gonna show. That's gonna be the Facebook feed. Okay.
Too old to be getting used to it. Shit's starting to hurt when I want to.
Aching and pain. Aching and pain. Let's go.
Oh, there we go. Okay. That's what the toggle is for.
Oh, nice.
How much headroom do you want?
Yeah. Give a little bit of headroom.
Nah, that should look fine.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. I'm gonna set it and then leave it. Okay. I'm about to make it live.
All right.
I don't want to do that while you're turned around.
354 8823. I'm just trying to make sure I got it. What's good? Welcome to Soul Star Live. Oh, welcome to Soul Star Live, the basement of Phoenix Center for the Arts, Radio Phoenix Studios. Welcome. Getting our COVID-19 on, making sure we're making sure that we, keeping ourselves protected and whatnot. So tune in, share, do your thing, like and tag, let somebody know this is going on. Soul Star Live. In a couple minutes. We getting ready. For real, for real. Which mic I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use this mic. Use this one good, because I'm the one that was gonna pop it in the head and gonna pop all the viewers.
I'm pulling up the air feed so that they. Oh, there's I think Marva. I think. I'm not
Righteous. Righteous.
probably.
Righteous.
Put on your headphones real quick. I'm gonna pull this down and just talk to them and see if they can hear you and see if they can see you more importantly, I guess. I think I just killed the power.
Oh, freak out.
That's one of the limitations of this.
So that's cord.
It's kind of. I know they're probably like, okay. That's why I want to get back to anything.
Let me send a text.
Okay. Oh, maybe. They're calling me.
I'm calling right now.
All right, well.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's not what I wanted.
I'm over here grooving right now. Grooving. It was good. It was good vibrations happening.
So will this return us to the meeting?
It should return it, but we just may have to just start anew. I don't know if we brought it back up there.
There, okay. Enter other meeting. The meeting still exists.
Oh, let's do everybody. All right, cool. Email.
What's the name? What's the left? It sounds like you said theater alone. Does that look like the same meeting ID that was the other one? Oh, I didn't send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, you said.
All right, so.
All right, so it's
Marvelous.
yeah, okay, so I'll shoot it.
Okay.
And
that was it.
Mod, and also Liz Warren, Liz Woody, but let me make sure I got her information right. It's not showing. she is
Mhm.
Step, STEPP,
Mhm.
CHI style STYL2 at gmail.com.
The number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. This time I'm CCing you and me on it.
All right, that'll work.
Okay. So let's close Safari. Record.
Right.
And so just watch that and let me know if you see anything pop up because I'll need to click something. So
Accept
that
it, man. Okay. That'll work. Those are our guests for today. We're having some fun zooming in, using the technology because of COVID-19 came in and blew up everything. Everything crashed. There's a song, old reggae song. Everything crashed. Fireman crash, waterman crash. That's what it looked like right now. So we're waiting on a couple of folks to come in. Everything crashed. There's Woody with What's Up Black, Arizona. Sister Rochelle, Sister Marvin gonna be on the show today. Hi, hey. Looking wonderful, looking gorgeous. I want to make sure that the people that y'all can't see it that well. We're gonna have to make sure y'all get that lighting of the screen. Hey, how you doing? We might be able to brighten up the screen for the Mac. I don't know if they have a bright.
So it's not showing on Mac?
It's showing. You see the screen, but it's just dark.
So is there a setting I can do?
On a display. System preferences. The nerd talk out the way. We're gonna get it in. We can hear you loud and clear. You sound great. You probably can't hear me that well. Okay, yeah, let them know to just it's in the new email, the new one we sent.
Which one would be right here? It wasn't display. Top is original.
Okay. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you gotta on that keyboard. It should be like a bright. Is there a light? Dark light keyboard.
I don't see display. Try that.
Oh, it's all the way up. Oh, okay. You can't hear about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or the YouTube, whenever they talk, I'll just pull your mic out.
Yeah.
Actually.
They can see him now. No.
A little bit. That helped a little bit. What if we
Lord have mercy.
let me see. What if we
I'm trying to get it in. We gotta get loose. We gotta get loose. We gotta get ready. We hope y'all are ready. It's gonna be a great show. Great show. We're about to get it in, man. This is all right. It's all right. I never got the declaration. So what do you?
I sent it to Ron. He probably forgot to send it to you, but I have it. I guess I'll have to
let me turn that light on?
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that's all. Look at there. Oh, wait. Almost. That's very close. That's very close. I'm surprised that the lighting in this that the screen isn't that very lit.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah, I
what it is?
turned the light back on.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not as bright as anticipated. But we are good to go. We might just have to pull this camera a little closer. That's all.
Did you get my bio? Because it's not in my regular name.
It's not.
No, it's in my African name of Aminata Koita.
Yes, Lord. That's
I don't
the kind
think that's
of
gonna
information.
help.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, you don't think that's gonna?
I would just leave it. I don't think that's gonna help.
Are you having trouble?
Well, I'm not going to. I'm not going to be on, but a few other people are trying to connect with me, and my internet is down on my laptop, and I'm not too proficient with on my phone. But Shirley just sent out a number. I guess you can call them in and the code.
Oh well, you can definitely call into the radio show. I'm going to be announcing that number 602-354-8823 when the show starts here at Radio Phoenix, and then you just make sure on your phone you tune in. We're on live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you have either one of those on your phone, you can tune in with us and let everybody know about it.
What is your 602?
354-8823.
Okay, well, I'm hoping everything go well.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please. I think there was something on here I was supposed to try to be getting in.
Brother Ahmad said he's waiting.
Yeah, we connected him.
Righteous. How you doing, good brother? I like that background. That's dope. Brother Ahmad Daniels is on the screen. We're gonna get it right.
Go ahead and close that door.
I think we're almost about ready. Let me make sure I got it.
Okay, stand by. Live billboard.
That's right.
Hold on.
This week on Soul Star Live, we hang out with a group of members of the Black Wall Street organization, Sister Rochelle Camden, and we're going to have Marva Harris and Ahmad Daniels and Brother Ism Dark to celebrate Perry Elam Day. So stay tuned. This is Soul Star Live. You're up next.
Sorry, forgot that you were on the other mic. That's probably why they couldn't hear you well.
That's all right. Oh, yeah, because I'm on this mic. All right.
Now, what we could do, until we can figure out the video thing, is since we're recording the Zoom, I'm thinking we could probably take the video from the Zoom and then and just add it, cut it, and splice it and stuff. So I'll see what we can do.
That's what's up. Okay. We want to make sure we get Afro Blue by somebody. I think maybe I want to go with Diana Reed. I think she does one.
Okay.
Afro Blue.
I'll see what I can do because
It's one song they were requesting. That's all.
Okay, I'll see what I can do because I just transitioned to Apple Music.
Oh,
And I
no.
just realized that it's on these two machines.
Oh, snap. Okay.
And I haven't. Oh, I don't know if I can play it back on this one. But anyway, I'll just
We'll
have
get it. Yeah. So
We'll just
figure
play
it out.
whatever.
Yeah, we'll get it out. I think he can hear the music. Can they hear? They can hear.
Yeah,
the music?
they can hear what
what's
we're
going
sending
on
out
there.
over
That's
there.
dope.
Mhm.
Well, they all grooving. It looked like Brother Amon Daniels was already drumming. He was already on it. He's on it. He's on it.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about using Zoom
Yeah.
is they can actually hear what's going out over the air.
Oh, dope. Oh, yeah.
But they can't see.
Oh,
That's
no,
the
yeah,
only
not
thing.
yet. But we'll amalgamate
We'll
it.
figure it out.
We'll amalgamate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will see the final result, the dopeness of it all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
And poor folks on Facebook Live, all they can see is you.
We got some people tuning in. There was some shout outs here. I see some folks over here.
Oh, we got folks in the chat?
It looks like somebody is trying to attempt to say something dirty.
Oh.
Dirty rotten. Dirty rotten. We got 3 people viewing now. That's what's up. Thank y'all so much. Hit the like, subscribe, share. Get righteous with it. Oh, man. We should.
Ended early, so I'm gonna play an extra minute of spots to fill that.
There you go. All right. Also tune in at radiophoenix.org. Catch the live radio show that we put together, this whole digital art that we do here. So important. Community radio, support community radio, radiophoenix.org. There's social media, Radio Phoenix. Go and donate. Get some organizations you're looking for. Those 2. You start with those 2. And then today, we're going to hear from another group from Black Wall Street to DACA. It's a group of people who are coming together to provide an opportunity for unity. You know what I'm saying? Up in the community. Up in the valley. So DACA is looking to unite the diaspora, the African diaspora, Blacks and Africans who are here in the valley, trying to start working together, communicate together, and celebrate together. And we about to start it out right here. We about to get righteous with it right here. So you stay tuned if you want more information about that right here. But yeah. This is radio. That's what we do.
Stand by. Okay, your mic is hot.
Welcome to Soul Star live from the basement of the Phoenix Center for the Arts. This is Radio Phoenix's classic show, Hanging On. Soul Star Live, welcome. listeners all over the globe and all over Phoenix Valley area. So excited today to be having a conversation with some members of DACA. DACA is a group of collaborative organizations that are looking for unity over here in the Valley amongst Blacks and Africans and African Americans. All this over here that's got a little bit of melanin in the Valley. So we having good conversations in the midst of the crisis. We're gonna show us righteous, and we're gonna unite with this. I'm loving it so far. So welcome to this show from hailing from here, from the Valley, because we all local. We're excited. We're using our quarantine, and we have them on the Zoom screen. So if you're viewing on the YouTube, you can definitely go on YouTube Live. You can see the show here. Soul Star Live is also going on Facebook. So make sure you share and like and let folks know about this conversation we're about to have. So dare I say, welcome, founder of Black Wall Street, Arizona, Rochelle Candler. She's a wonderful and dynamic woman. Thank you so much for coming on Soul Star Live.
Thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here.
Yes. So we are enjoying ourselves. And we have some more people on the line. We have Sister Marva Harris. How you doing?
Doing well, can't complain.
Good.
For some years, but
all right, I ain't got no problems with it. You got it worked out then. So I'm glad you here representing, and I feel like it's roll call. I'm making sure that everybody here. So I wanted to make sure the gentleman was paying attention over here. Brother Ahmad Daniels, how you doing? I seen you grooving in the show, man. I saw you, man.
The music was kicking. When the music calls out, you have to respond.
Welcome to Soul Star Live. Thank you so much, man. This is all right. And one of our favorites, we've had him on the show a couple of times, and he's hanging out, practicing social distancing. And Mr. Billy Ism Ramsey, how you doing, good brother?
I'm good, folks. How y'all feeling? How you feeling?
feeling good.
I see you out there. You got that drum and everything. That's all right, brother Ahmad. You got your drum too, brother Ahmad.
Oh, brother's in my heart, brother.
Perfect segue. The Talking Drum Studio Network is a part of DACA. We are a collective of artists, myself and Marva, brother Ahmad. We all are eager to perform again. We are excited. And Sister Rochelle, you can get on the mic whenever you want to. Definitely come on in. So we are here collaborating and talking about this opportunity to create this podcast so that we can communicate to the Valley about the history of Black Phoenix and Black Arizona and the history of all the African immigrants and all the people who have kind of made this place a very rich valley. Can you speak to us about the history of Black Wall Street, Sister Rochelle?
So I founded Black Wall Street, Arizona back in 2015 for the purpose of uniting our people globally with the continent for economics, business, trade and import, and community events and things like that, travel, tourism. So that was the purpose for me starting it back in 2015. And we've been steadily making progress towards that goal through my extensive network there on the continent. So since 2015, we've done several community building events. I founded, along with a couple of other people, Michael Ingram, Deshaun Green, we founded Diaspora Day Arizona, which is a local festival designed to bring together the Black African American community, the Caribbean community, the African community, together for a day of celebration in the park to share culture, food, experiences, business, all of those kinds of things. We come together for a day in the park. We have started a weekly Kwanzaa event. This was our second year last year doing that. That's very exciting. We celebrate each single day, each 7 days of the Kwanzaa events. Plus we still do our business classes and our trainings and things like that. So we're very active in the community.
That's righteous. So, we want to make sure that our listeners know about all those opportunities. So where do they need to go to get more information about Black Wall Street, Arizona?
So they can visit our website, which is going to be revamped. We're in the process of doing that now, but currently it's at www.b as in boy, W S as in Sam, AZ.org. Our local address is off of 32nd Street and Broadway, but due to the virus, we're not open at the physical office, but we are still working with clients digitally. So if anyone needs our services, they can reach out to us on the website or on Facebook. They can find us at Black Wall Street, Arizona, and we will definitely get in contact with them to get them whatever they need.
This sounds exciting. I'm very excited because we are moving kind of stealthily in the midst of this crisis to bring unity, and the very thought of having this conversation has excited me since we started meeting together. So I want to say thank you so much. Give us a little bit about you though, sister. Like what brought on this situation with creating this opportunity? What spurred this on?
So for the past many years, I've been doing work on the continent of Africa. So a lot of people don't know, back in November of 2019, I had the royal family of Ghana here, of the Fulani Nation. I got crowned an honorary queendom for my work that I do over there. So I had a renaming ceremony. It was very exciting. So that was part of the reason, because I do have deep connections in Ghana, and now I'm part of the royal family there now. So that's even more special and makes me even more passionate about it. And I just want to get our people connected to their roots. We have lost a lot was taken from us and kept from us. And I think if we reconnect, that'll fill an empty part in our soul. So it's very important to me to get that connection going for everybody.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I don't butcher your queendom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want I'm gonna try to expand my repertoire. And I saw your name, and I was, I am impressed. So how did you just real quickly? We got a couple of minutes. Give us a little bit about how that came to be. Like, you was just over here hiding as an undercover queen all these years, like blessing people, like what in my queendom?
Yeah, I don't really broadcast it a lot, but now that he came out here, it's kind of people are getting to know about it. So my African name, which is the name I go by now, is Aminata Koyita. And Koyita is the royal family name over there in Ghana. So that's the clan that I belong to. And that is the name that I pretty much go by now. On the continent, my official title is the Magajia Chigaba, which means Queen Mother of Development. So that's my official title. So it's a big responsibility because I'm in charge of economic development for the Fulani Nation.
Wow, you're like an ambassador. That's dopeness. Like that is I'm excited to be in the presence of royalty. That's what's up.
One more thing that Black Wall Street is doing, we're working with several other groups to produce a film documentary on the history of Black Americans in Phoenix. So it's called Looking Blackwards. So we're working on that currently. So we're interviewing elders and people that know the history of Black people in Arizona.
Looking Blackwards. I'm looking forward to looking backwards.
That's it.
I ain't mean to tickle the fancy, but I had to make sure I took advantage of my alliteration and all of our fun times. Well, I thank y'all so much. This has been great. We trying to get ready for a little quick, tiny little break. Just a couple minutes. We just got a few more minutes, but I do want to make sure that we talk with Sister Marva as well. How you doing?
Oh, well, no complaints. How are you?
I am doing what I can. I'm over here trying to get my COVID-19 together. I'm over here trying to, I'm being protective. I'm doing it protective. So I would like to just quickly give you a couple minutes. I want to introduce the Sister Marva Harris
is the ADACA chairwoman. Can you speak to what ADACA is and how this group is revolutionizing here in the Valley?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, just thank you for the opportunity to be on the show again, Brother Calvin. I say again because once long ago, I had the opportunity to sit with you in the studios. You all were instrumental in helping to do some press for the show that I was directing at Phoenix Center for the Arts. So you're continuing to do big things. I got to big up the host first, so thank you so very much. Good to be back. Definitely, we're all here in the heart and spirit of community. And we are doing that in our own unique and wonderful ways. And ADACA is trying to make sure we are doing our part as well. So ADACA is just an acronym that really stands for the African Diaspora Arts Council of Arizona. This agency that I'm proud to be at the helms of now, it really has a unique history in its culmination. So a lot of key players there, and I definitely want to give props where props are due. And Dr. Camilla Westenberg and also Joseph Kambwende, who are both very key players in Phoenix College's historical program, African American Studies, African Studies, making a huge presence at this college, saw a disturbance on their campus. Something that really resonated with them that they felt like needed to be addressed. Why are the African students over here and why are the African American students over there? There seemed to be a disconnect. And this was something that was on both of their hearts. Dr. Kambwende representing Africa, Dr. Camilla Westenberg representing African American causes. The two decided to come together and create the African Diaspora Banquet, an annual banquet that's held at Phoenix College. And this was an opportunity for them to come together, to see one another, to celebrate our commonalities, our differences, our wonderfulness all together in the collective experience of the diaspora. So it was an opportunity to say, I see you. And this is how that came to be. And Brother Rod Ambrose, who I love to give his flowers to. I believe in giving people their flowers. He is just synergy in motion, right? So he's a magnet. So if you're around him, he's connecting people to people and people to ideas. And this is what he was doing with Dr. Camilla Westenberg and Dr. Kambwende. So he thought, let's take this even further. This is a wonderful thing that's happening at Phoenix College. I'd love to see that on a grand scale in a statewide festival that can celebrate the African diaspora and pulling together factions that feel the same so that we have strength in our collectivity. And that's really how ADACA came to be. We've experienced a lot of growth in that time. So Brother Billy, myself, Rod Ambrose, Dr. Camilla Westenberg, Dr. Kambwende we began to meet about 4 years ago and just putting together some programming and seeing how we might create this festival, what would people look and feel of that. And it morphed into more than that. It became a magnet, a hub, if you will, for other African diaspora interests to come together at one table. So that's really how we got our start in our community. And now we're celebrating 5 officers of these 25 producing partners for the festival and 3 partnerships. All of that in this short period of time. So,
I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. That is the truth. I am really excited about being able to have this conversation, and that was a lot. And we're gonna chop it up in the next segment. I'm gonna take a quick little break here. The Tax Man got you down. The Blau Company is here to help. For 50 years, the Blau Company is focused on building meaningful, long-lasting relationships, ensuring clients understand any and all complicated tax codes. Services include accounting, tax preparation, consulting, and more for both businesses and individuals. The office is located at 1204 East Baseline Road, Suite 104 in Tempe. For more information, you need to go to blau.com. That's blau.com. And this is Soul Star Live. We're excited. We got some poets on the line. We're going to hear some poetry later on. I want you to stay tuned in, stay connected. Soul Star Live. We'll be right back.
2-minute break. hope that ain't too many people on the internet. That sounded like the internet was freezing. Like
It was louder.
louder.
Everybody be jumping on there. Everybody be breaking the waves down. We're breaking the waves down. So
So
we
let's
still
see.
got our
We
three.
got people
We got our
trying
three.
to chat.
It looked like they're doing something on there. But we'll get them. We'll get them. Make sure I'll mention it on the break.
Okay. I don't
Check
know.
out the YouTube feed page.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that.
On some silliness today. So, it's common, right?
Mm-hmm. Hercules. Oh, this is Swiss Beats. Okay. That's the brother that married Alicia.
Yeah, that was a very interesting situation. I was
He got to Harvard.
I'm not really familiar with the whole of it, but you know, it's
I was reading the article yesterday. Apparently, he got into some exclusive business program at Harvard.
oh really?
Yeah. Or maybe he's done now. But I mean, it's like a program that L.A. Reid went through and some other folks. I was like,
They let Negroes in the Harvard, eh?
well, that particular program, I don't know. We might as well take advantage of affirmative action while it's still there.
Boy, they're letting the Negroes in the Harvard. Well, not the Harvard. That's some silliness, man. That's what's up, man.
Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to play the whole dang song. So.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
You ready? This is a break, not. All right, stand by.
Welcome back to Soul Star Live. Ghost of the Past telling them to whoop. Go ahead, brother. Comment. This is Hercules. Before COVID-19, that was one of my motivational songs. Now I try. now my motivational song is "Peace Be Still." It's like Jesus up in the boat while the storm going on. That's what we got to do. We got to be quarantined. That's why I'm here and they are there. So we are trying to abide by whatever laws that we can and put it in. But I'm excited to have these wonderful guests. We are on Soul Star Live. Barbara Harris and Michelle Candler. And, you know what? I'm gonna get that name. I gotta call you Queen, Sister Queen. Brother Ahmad Daniels and Ism Dart in the house. Before we get to, I know there's a poetry piece. I know there's some readings and some information that we're gonna get out. I don't have it in front of me, but I would like to at least talk about Perry Day Proclamation, the Perry Eden Day Proclamation from Mayor Kate Gallego's office. This brother Perry, I was blessed to be in his presence a few times, man. He was larger than life. And, just a joy to be around, man. He won't let you talk bad about yourself and make excuses or, make your obstacles bigger than, your potential. So I want to, make sure we give space and honor the ancestors by making sure we bring up this proclamation day. Can you, Sister Queen, can you give us some information about that as well?
So yes, at last year's Diaspora Day, unfortunately, let me just tell, we lost Mr. Elam on April 17th last year. So the 1 year anniversary just came. So this is a rough week. She did declare April 20th as Perry Elam Day due to his community service work and the fact that he was a native Phoenician and did a lot of stuff here over his lifetime. And so she honored him with that. So I'll just read just a small snippet because it's kind of long, so I'll just cut it short. It says, Mr. Elam was and will remain a pillar in our community. He dedicated his life's work to those who were underserved and devoted his energy and effort to anyone who wanted to grow as an individual and as a member of the community. He was a tenacious leader who always put the community before himself. His mission was to unite and encourage harmony among all people. Beyond his work with Black Wall Street, Arizona, he also served on the South Mountain Village Planning Committee and the South Central Transit Oriented Development Steering Committee to help ensure thoughtful and inclusive development in our city. His community, the Phoenix community, will profoundly miss him. Now I, Kate Gallego, Mayor of the City of Phoenix, Arizona, do hereby proclaim April 20th, 2019 as Perry Elam Day in the City of Phoenix in honor of Perry Elam and the community he served. Do that and presented it to me last Diaspora Day in honor of Perry.
That's righteous. That's righteous. Thank you so much. I'm excited that we're able to get that out the air, man, and celebrate. You know, April is already a really cool month. You know, it's the jazz month, it's the poetry month. You know, it's another great opportunity to celebrate life. Just grateful to be honored at the year anniversary of the actual, not the passing, but the proclamation of that. Am I correct? It was a year ago. Yeah. And then, so yeah, this is a great opportunity for our community to learn about the history of Phoenix and this work that he's been doing. Is there going to be an opportunity for like his story to be told and shared?
We include a lot of that in the Looking Backwards documentary, as he was a part of that history that was being made back then. So we can incorporate some of it through then. Other than that, I haven't really planned anything.
Okay.
But I'm sure we can do something.
Yeah. Well, definitely, I'm excited about being able to hear more of the story of this man. Sounds like he's a giant. So thank you for that. So really quickly, we got some more on the line, and we're gonna get some drumming going. We're gonna get a little bit of music. You don't want to beat us down. Something. Can we hear a little bit from the drumming brothers? That'd be nice if you could, yeah. Sister Marva, can you get on top of that? Can you throw that poetry on top of that? Can you put that poetry piece on top of that? This is live performance right here. We're gonna do the poetry piece right after we have this break. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Soul Star Live will be up next.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to charge that to the Desert Soul account now.
What happened?
So I guess they limit you with the free account.
Oh, snap.
And I didn't think about that. Shit. Okay. So,
we gotta do a monthly.
Let me do it this way. I'll put it on my personal and then have the station reimburse me.
Okay.
Because I have a card for the station that I left at home because I didn't think
I need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey man, I've been there. My old brain, I get it.
I'll fix that later.
To all independence gimmick becomes very meaningless.
Reconciliation and addressing past hate and injustices could help Zimbabwe move forward and achieve dreams of the younger generations.
Okay, sure. I'm on thing.
I hate that one has it on there. I hate that gets that zoom into your whole. I'm like, oh man, just relax.
Oh, that's the one good thing. They can't see that. They didn't see what
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
that's right. Yeah.
If they did, I'll be calling Chase to get a new car.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Let's stay clean with it.
All right, this is actually Walt.
Oh, nice.
This is
Nice.
Babylon Run.
Nice.
This is a very young Walt from the 80s.
Oh wow, that's what's up. Babylon. Yeah. That is Brother Walt Richardson, Phoenix native voice, reggae and all sorts. Brother Walt Richardson with Babylon Run. Right now we got Babylon on the run because we about to get these hands on the drums. You know, this is how we gonna celebrate. Y'all was sounding so good right before the break. That was like our, we had to run that sound check. That was outstanding. So I hope y'all ready because the people is ready, the listeners is ready, we all ready. So let's introduce this piece that Sister Marva is about to give us, and then y'all can jump into the beat.
This piece is one that resonates with me. It's entitled "And Still I Rise." I'll be reciting excerpts from this. I felt it appropriate because Maya so beautifully celebrates the diaspora through her experience, and I'd like to share some of that with you all. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my hardiness offend you? Don't take it awful hard. may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like here, I'll rise. On the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I am a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide, leaving behind lands of terror and fear. I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise. I rise. I rise. I rise.
Yeah. Well, go on and rise then, sister. Go on and rise on then. Thank y'all so much. That's what's up. Big shout out to Brother Ism Dark and Brother Ahmad Daniels beating down the drums for us. I say. That's what's up. That's what's up. They loving it, man. They loving it. They getting it in.
It is my habit, I always begin my first giving praise to the Lord, and I want to do it virtual like this. I give the praise to the Lord and to the ancestors of the word showed that we all stand upon. I will be remiss if I call out some of these names of the great ones. Some of these names we may have heard before, many of them will be names for the very first time. In fact, Hotep, Queen Interior, Gary Tubman, Raymond Dixon, David Alfonso, Nat Turner, Malcolm X, Paul Robeson.
Let's bring the drummer down a little bit. Let's bring the drummer down just a little bit. Yeah.
Brother Calvin, for the work that you've been doing for a while. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort to bring together people and have a consistent basis. And that's perhaps something that this I'm going to ask the drummer to kind of give me a quick pause for a while. Thank you very much. You're hard to compete with, brother, hard to compete with. DACA, that's an acronym that I wondered about for a long time before I came to realize what it meant. African Diaspora Advisory Council of Arizona. And you're going to hear that a lot. You're going to hear it a great deal. We have come to realize at DACA the importance of podcasts. Studies have been shown that podcasts are very important. It's a great way of communicating with the community, with the state, the nation, and the world as a whole. And it provides a variety of voices, not only from the African diaspora, and by diaspora, for those who may just be joining us and may not be familiar with that term, it simply means wherever you find African people throughout the world. In Brazil, you're going to find more African people there than you'll find in the US of A. Throughout parts of the world. So wherever you find people of African heritage, they constitute what we call the diaspora. And that's a very important part for us to remember because we want to be in connection with everybody where we find them. So what we're planning at DACA in the weeks and months to come are a number of topics that will certainly be of interest to your audience, Calvin. Topics that will keep everybody wanting to learn more. Topics that will have people running to their books to say, hey, how can I read a little bit more about that? We're going to have interviews with popular and local international artists, people who may play drums, people who read, people who are involved with the visual arts. I will be doing a workshop on air. Now, let's back up a little bit. Initially, we had planned to do this at a park. We had planned to hold all of these things at a park. But as we talk about that a little later, we take a look at the pavilions that we have in mind that would have been at a park but will now be done virtually. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let me stick with what the podcast would be about. There's one that I'll be doing, and my grandmother used to say, it's the sorry dog who won't wag its own tail. It's historical trauma's impact on African Americans, its lasting legacy. When slavery ended, quote unquote, in 1865, and then what began after that was virtually another 100 years of apartheid, the legal separation of the races, we want to believe that because we've had a Black president, because Black people have been governors and senators and congresspersons and all that, that we have, quote unquote, air quotes there, arrived. And we've not arrived. We've internalized much of our political, economic, and social oppression to the point that we don't even know it. I think when we hear people talk about, oh, that baby has good hair, and the hair is straight, devoid of curls and kinks, as we would call it, that's an indication right there that we have internalized this image that straight hair, i.e. the European, constitutes a degree of beauty that eludes us, that escapes us. And that's one of the manifestations. When you take a look at the hypertension we have, and yes, we do have it disproportionately higher numbers than anybody else, a lot of that stress is what we've internalized over the years. So as we begin to learn more about internalized oppression, we begin to take a look at why reparations, repairing the damage, and redressing the injustices are very appropriate and very timely. There will be other people who will be dealing with, oh my goodness, Dr. Matthew Walker on African American history in the urban West, and the list goes on and on. Dr. Camilla Westenberg and Dr. Joseph Kembuende, I believe I said that name properly. Those are just the tip of the icebergs of podcasts that you will be hearing that will be made available from Adaka. I mentioned in October that we had planned to do something in the park. And I believe that park is on Indian School and maybe Central. I'm not sure where the park was going to be. But in light of the coronavirus, we've come to plan all of our things by way of podcast. So I'm quite sure, Calvin, that your show will be utilized fully. Keep that agenda, keep your itinerary open, because we will be filling up those spaces with that beyond no end.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We got to do the radio thing really quickly, Brother Ahmad. And I want to give a shout out to Brother Keith, too. I don't know if I mentioned you. Brother Keith was on the drums as well. Brother Keith was holding it down, making sure Brother Ism and Brother Keith, we got them out there on the drums. We're having a good time here. I want to make sure that, everybody knows if they are, we got the hypertension issue. If you're feeling stressed, man, make sure you find your community, find out, reach out to somebody. We're going to try to see if we can create places here in the Valley for those who feel like they ain't got nobody. We're going to try to talk about a little bit of that here. So stay tuned to Soul Star Live. You will get information on how we're healing over here. This program is supported financially by the Womack Cocktail Lounge, 5749 7th Street in Phoenix. The Womack has dining, dancing, eclectic live bands, and vintage playlists. Open 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. daily. The Womack.us, the Womack on Facebook and Instagram. And also, if you're looking for information on getting help and resources, you can go and check out HEAL at healaz.org. Got good information about how you can get yourself some resources and needs in this time of need. We got one more segment left. We'll have some conversation with the artists, talk a little bit more about why we need to come together, but we need to take a break. Thank you all so much for listening to Soul Star Live. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, 2 minutes. And I forget if this was, I think this is off Fuck Your Feelings on this might have
Oh, that's all right.
I'm assuming
my
that
man, Robert Glassford in the house. Doing a thing. Oh, man.
So we need to figure out how to do the chat.
Yeah.
On YouTube, because apparently that's the thing.
Oh, yeah, we got to be able to say what's up to people whatnot. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening. Appreciate y'all right on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe and share and get your situation right so we can be all talk about this unity and whatnot. As soon as they let us out of quarantine, we're gonna huddle together like.
When the actual live show is over, maybe when we come back, just let them know, hey, hang on.
Yeah.
When we're done with the live show, we want you to just stay with us, and we're gonna do what we call the after show for our YouTube thing.
Right. So good. Okay.
So that they know not to disconnect. All right, stand by.
Robert Glasper. Brother Robert Glasper. Bilal and Herbie Hancock, some of my favorite people on there. YBN, Corday, young rapper, fella. You know, I'm trying to branch out, make sure I get everybody's name right. I like the song. It's called Gone. You know, forget about your feelings. But instead, he says another word. So thank you, Brother Robert Glasper, for making sure they actually see. If not, don't mess with me. Our last segment here, hanging out. Soul Star Live. I want to say thank you all so much again for coming on. You know, we got a plethora of wonderful guests that we're gonna brought in through the Zoom, and we got our situation right here. Brother Keith on the drums, Ahmad Daniels, Marvin Harris, Ism Dark, and Queen Sister Rochelle. I'm gonna get it. I mean, if I had it written down, I gotta get it right. I'm gonna enunciate it. Make sure I don't disrespect it. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to Soul Star Live and being on the show with us or coming in as guests. If you are tuning in, you can definitely catch the YouTube show as well. We are broadcasting live on YouTube and on Facebook as well. The YouTube show, you're going to see a little bit called the after show. So I need my guests to stay on just for a little bit after we close this and wrap this up officially. So just hang out for a little bit on the Zoom. Y'all ready for that? All right, now, so we got some more poets and people on the line. You know, I was really excited to see that Brother Ism is over there out. He got his garden hat on or something. He over there got the green thumb. I seen him in the background. You know, on the outside in the good news. Good brother, you got a piece that you want to share with us? Did he step away? He stepped away to pick up something in the garden or something. He's in the garden eating over there. You gotta find it. So this segment we did want to go ahead, sister. You want to say something?
I just wanted to mention that when I was speaking earlier, I was remiss in giving props to Representative Reginald Bolden, who was very instrumental in hosting a DACA at the state capitol. That is where we've been meeting. And it was from his gracious leadership that allowed us to have that presence at the state capitol so that they knew, in fact, what's going on in the Black diaspora here in Arizona. And that was very key to mention that he was our chairperson for a period of time. He's doing big things on Capitol Hill. We all know the political climate. This young Black brother, this representative, is doing big things for not just our community, but impoverished communities, marginalized communities. I definitely want to thank our predecessor who helped to spearhead us. Thank you for his contribution.
Well, that's what's up. I like that. That's well, shoot. What's up, brother? That's all right. Big old shout out to Brother Reginald, man. Getting it in. getting it in where others can't. You know, I don't have the teeth to be in that battle, but I appreciate his work, man. It is something else to think about, you know, how we move forward as a nation, as a people group, as a, you know, people in the world, how we move forward beyond this. And this is the way we got to do it. We got to do it through unity. So I'm excited. Brother Ahmad Daniels, did you have anything else that you wanted to touch on about the podcast? And go ahead.
International African Diaspora Day pavilions. And pavilions for me was a word I remember growing up in New York City. The World's Fair was there from 64 to 65. And out of all the pavilions, General Motors, the African pavilion was the one that kicked it off. Olatunji, the great drummer from Nigeria, he was there. And that was my first time becoming familiar with the word pavilion. It's simply a location that has been set aside to address a particular need. And the African pavilion, that need was taken. But we're not in Africa, we're not in New York, we're here in the Valley. And this coming October, some of the pavilions will go by the title of the African American Grove, African American Family Mental Health and Wellness Pavilion, the African Heritage and African American History Pavilion. We know the importance of history when it gets talking about dates and places. We study history to learn its lessons, seize its spirit, and emulate its successes, among other reasons. African Youth and Family Creativity Arts Pavilion, theater arts, drumming, storytelling. We have griots from way back from the motherland, and they're still there with us nowadays. An African American art exhibit and book pavilion. So these would be the pavilions we will be working on, and they would have been in person had it not been for Corona having to make its admission here. So we're going to be doing this through podcast. It's going to require more creativity, but we'll be able to do that without compromising on the quality or the quantity.
That's right, sister brother. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Hey, how you doing, Queen Sister? What you got to say?
I'm good. I just wanted to let everybody know that in the spirit of unity, we normally have Diaspora Day Arizona in April, but we're combining it with International Diaspora Day now moving forward so that we can all be on one accord in unison, celebrating together like the family that we are. So it's not in April anymore, which that worked out good this year because we couldn't have done it anyway. But from now on, it's going to be combined with the International Diaspora Day. So we're all coming together on one accord, celebrating like an African family.
And that day is that's October 10th or 5th. Which one is it?
3rd, I thought.
That's the first weekend of October.
It's the first weekend in October.
Well, let us declare it. October 3rd, the first weekend in October. We about to blacken eyes. It's about to be all over the place. We about to get it in. I want to say thank you so much, my brother Keith. I want to give you some chance to come on and share and talk a little bit about who you are and what you do, and make sure you get, we get that drumming promoted as well, good brother.
Yeah, drumming is not the only thing that I do. I do a variety of things. One of the things is I'm an edutainer. I'm a public artist that works in the schools that teaches children from 3-year-olds to 85-year-old grandmothers. I got a drumming group of seniors in Scottsdale and a variety of instruments that I build. I spent time in Ghana, so when she spoke about Ghana, I knew right away she's Asante Hinima, which is the Queen Mother. One of the things that's important is the preservation of our culture. Drumming is one aspect. I'm a visual artist, I'm a dancer, I'm a storyteller. I do a variety of activities that's in the public sector through the libraries and community centers. So one of the things that's important to me is the preservation of our culture. Growing up in Washington, D.C., I got exposed to it very young. So when I came to Arizona, I brought my talents and my various attributes here to Arizona, because when I first came, there weren't a great many of drummers. So through ASU, we were able to create a couple of different groups and brought in the African diaspora of dancing and drumming to ASU. And one of the things that I love is that I was one of the students of Babatunde Olatunji And what he taught us is the healing aspect of the drums. That the drums are also used for means of communication as well as entertainment.
That's exciting, man. I'm more excited right now because we're about to learn about some great history within this valley and history of this world and sharing cultures of this world. We are beyond borders kind of people, and I'm excited that we are expressing that. But we've come to the end of our road. I want to say thank you all so much for coming on to the Soul Star Live show. And just real quickly, we want to tell people how you guys can get, they can follow you or reach you. You guys, you want to get your social media information out there, your contact on the internet?
In the Valley, we're very excited for Black Wall Street of Arizona to be hosting that platform for us. So again, let me just echo their website of bwsaz.org. That's bwsaz.org, where you will be able to get some updated information on all the things we talked about in this platform. And also you can do searches of Adaka as well through Facebook Live, working on really putting a collective presence virtually together. So the point of contact for all of what we discussed is again, bwsaz.org.
Thank you so much. Soul Star Live is a production of Desert Soul Media Incorporated. Our executive producer is Kaiser Brown. We want to thank all of our guests for coming on. And for more information, you need to go on to desertsoulmedia.org or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Soul Star Live and on Twitter at Soul Star Live 1. You can follow me, your host, at IG Calvin J. Worthing _ Big Calvin. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Good night.
Okay. Let's switch us back to automation. Try not to fall.
You've been dancing. You're dancing. You're dancing. And that's what's up. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook and whatnot. All right.
In this bright future, you can't forget your past. Variety,
Should have stood up for the show. Found out about that after. So thanks for y'all for tuning in too. Like and subscribe. It's a situation right.
All right, live show is over.
We got that stopped. This is still going. We want to stop this and start a new one.
Yeah. Now,
take care. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this information. Let's keep promoting unity while COVID-19 out here trying to kill us and stuff. Peace.